Welcome back to the Titanium Hanger. This is Mike coming at you with the Newage Sixshot versus Magic Square Sixshot. Now, I don't have a point system or a point scale or anything like that, and I'm just comparing and contrasting these so that you can make a decision which one you'd like more. If you're looking to get one of these and you only want to get one, and with that, I was going to do that with Ultra Magnus also. It turns out I did not get the Magic Square Dupack, so I did not end up getting the Ultra Magnus. So it's just going to be the Sixshot. Thought I was going to do both of these, and I went back and forth like 10 times, I think, but let's just see how this turns out and check it out. But I did get these both at Shozy Store. I'm going to have a link down below where you can get yours also for either one of these figures, and wait till the end. I'll tell you which one I like more coming up. Right, here is the package variant, and you can see all 6 of the modes, and just not much going on. Magic Square, not much at all, but you see more stuff on this side, more on the top. Just a black box special with Magic Square. So the packaging is more interesting with good old Newage, and this, like, you almost don't even know what it is by looking at it. Here they are out of the package, and they look good. Both of them look pretty good overall, so let's just do like a little spin on them just to see how they look. And clean, both of them pretty clean in the front and pretty clean in the back. I would say Magic Square's a little cleaner. I'm not sure exactly what's going on right here, but still, the back's not bad, and I don't really mind when it comes to the back. I don't know why people lose their mind over something in the back not being perfect. So, getting to look at them, one thing I'm going to show here, this is the EX version of the Newage. EX usually means toy, but there's no vac metal on the toy. I have the finished one, but I bought it because it has the vac metal. When I saw the pictures and saw it had vac metal, that's why I got that one. And so is that going to be like something that makes it stand apart or stand aside from the Magic Square? Now, the Magic Square has little to no paint on it, but looking at them side by side silhouette wise, he's taller and thinner. He's kind of a little shorter and stubbier. I think that the Newage feels like, it looks like you should be able to like pop him up and give him, like he's missing a whole middle segment there. And so if you could stretch him up just, you know, the size of his pelvis, one more little pop there, he would look a little bit, I don't know, more like this. So that's kind of a thing. And since these are just right out of the box, I don't have his wings out. His wings can come out here, so that's something I need to mess with down the road. Doesn't bother me at all, though. I like the look of it clean like this without these wings out. But anyway, it's not a big deal, and I wouldn't take off for that at all either. Now, I wonder if there's a way you could tuck the wings in on this one too. But I prefer this look without those wings there. And other people be like, no, he's supposed to have those wings, but I still kind of like the way this looks a little bit better. And with that, oh man, it's tough looking at it from bot mode. Bot mode's what I want for the most. And as you can see, we still have kind of the classic conundrum where we have some, with this one, vac metal and paint, little to no paint over here. But I am surprised though, because Newage usually paints them head to toe. It's probably less paint on the Newage than usual because it has to transform to 6 modes. I'm going to run through articulation real fast because I don't think there's going to be a huge difference, but you know, side to side, little, almost no down, but you got plenty of up and side to side. Obviously this is going to be the way on both of them, 360, and if you, I don't know, maybe you can move this a bit, you can get a little further out, but this is in the way, and you can adjust that however you would like. And then we got some bicep swivel here. Not a double joint on the elbow. Waist swivel. Ab crunch is fine, and out past the 90, which is great. Forward past right about the 90, and the rear exactly the 90. And double joint, ooh, that kind of popped out. Double joint on the knee, no double joint on the knee. And you got ankle tilt. up and down. So pretty much everything you would need. It's decent articulation. Obviously it's Legends and more articulation than probably a mainline, but still not quite, I don't know, probably similar to Masterpiece, I guess. So pretty much everything's the same right here with the head. This, oh, it popped out. So, but yeah, I guess you could get a little bit further than with a Newage bicep swivel. Oh, we do have butterfly here. I didn't check a butterfly. I don't really feel a butterfly going on there, and I'm not gonna risk it and mess it up. So I guess that's one advantage. Magic Square has given us a butterfly as to where we didn't get. So that's not double jointed either. Waist swivel. Magic Square always has. Oh, this is less of an ab crunch than Newage. Magic Square usually has a crazy ab crunch. Probably about maybe the same. And we can go out to the 90. Forward past the 90 is a showgirl. And not the 90 to the back. Thigh swivel. And I will say this. I'm feeling joints looser. They're tighter over here, looser over here, which I don't know if that's going to make an issue down the road. Double jointed on the knee. And that pops out, toe up and down. So they go about the foot a little bit different, but I'm not saying that Magic Square's floppy or anything. I'm just saying I feel a little bit more looseness in the joints in the Magic Square versus the Newage. But I would say they're pretty equal for articulation. Aside from you can get a little bit more range out to the side with that shoulder, and you do have butterflies, no butterfly. That's the only difference, really. One more thing on the paint, aside from this one having chrome because it is the EX and no chrome over here. There's a very little bit of, oh, that's not even paint there. There's tampography right here on his forearm, or they've applied stickers really well. Paint here, here, and here. Tampograph there, and then this is painted right here. Some stuff on the sides. So Newage did go through the trouble of putting more paint and tampograph, even though the whole thing's not painted head to toe like usual. This green here is painted. This torso's painted. So is it green? Is it aqua? There you go. All right, here is a comparison with what I was already rocking, which was the McFans Toys K oversize of, was it Iron Factory or was it Unique Toys that did it before? I don't know. Have no idea what the K oversized. So I came late to the Legends game and I bought a collection for relatively cheap. It wasn't cheap. It was hundreds of dollars, but cheap considering I got there for, I don't know, about 20 bucks figure. So I knew this guy would get upgraded. We'd get a better one, and now we got two better ones. I would recommend either one of these over that one. Here they are next to Megatron, but I should probably go grab a Galvatron. So I guess I will do that. But they are supposed to be taller than Megatron or Galvatron. I mean, the vintage toy was huge. He was like 12 inches. There they are next to my Galvatron. So they are significantly taller. But hey, I'm used to it. I'm used to this guy being in the collection anyway. So it doesn't really matter that they're as tall as they are. Well, they're supposed to be that tall. But also want to point out, I'm not just a Magic Square fanboy, because I've got a lot of Newage in my collection. So I think I can be pretty unbiased in this video. Again, I'm not a fan of these chest wings, but I do like the arching up better, but I like the tampograph on this better. So it's one of those things. It's like, wow, can I just peel this little sticker off, put it on here? Will that work? That would be fun, but it's not a sticker. It's tampograph. And with that, yeah, it's one of those weird, odd things. You can fold these forward a little bit and get a little more anglage out of them, and I think it looks a little more interesting like that. Same thing over here. I think you're actually supposed to, but you know, it's preference kind of thing. Yeah, I don't want to spend too much time on that. You can also do a clean or no wing look on both of them. Yes, I don't know why. It's for something about me. I it's something I like that they can do that. And this one you pull the chest down, this one you pull the arms down. So pull the arms down to reveal the wings, which is different. So it's completely different engineering. They don't copy each other's engineering at all. So, or maybe a little bit in some areas, but not in this area. Here they are in mode number 2. Oh, let me get this out of the way. I'm just trying to be funny. Anyway, I prefer these pieces here facing forward, which I always did, but you're supposed to have them to the side, which I don't like that, but that's how it's supposed to be. I want to show on the Newage, the vac metal. I did have like fingerprints on my vac metal here, which I'm sure I'm going to have more fingerprints, but I had some fingerprints fresh out the box. I forgot to mention that, but I noticed it in the transformation. So they do things differently. Bring down the camera here. They do things differently. One thing I kind of get the feeling, and I won't know this till the end, so I shouldn't even speak on it too much, but I have a feeling that Newage is just over complicating their transformation on this one. It usually isn't like that. Newage is usually less complicated, a little easier to transform than the Magic. I felt the Magic Square, I didn't even need instructions for the Magic Square. But for the Newage, I had to check it out. It was kind of one of those things that I probably will have to get into instructions for the rest of them, and I think you're supposed to fold these all the way back. I've always liked these up, so I want to present it like that. Doesn't really matter, I don't think. They both kind of have this, legs out to the side, and yeah, but I think they both look good. So which one do I like better? Well, I like the cleanliness of the Magic Square's arms, the front legs, and then the feet actually look like feet, unless I've got something wrong with these. But I mean, it's just like, that's just something folded down. It's a panel fold down. It's not a foot. It's a panel that just folded down. This has actual claws on it for the Magic Square. So I like that. And then if you look back here, which is not really a big deal, but you can tuck the feet in. Now we're going to see on other modes where this just looks terrible. The foot that doesn't fold in. How could you not have the foot fold in? Well, it's the way they engineered it. The foot folds in on this one. So there's some stuff I do like though on the Newage. It's real small overhang piece, which on the Magic Square it's a big giant chunk of overhang. I don't know. There's some good stuff for each one. Obviously, the colors pop more on the Newage, and yes, you can put guns in there, which I do not do that. It's not a thing that I want to do. It's a thing you can do. It's not a thing I want to do. Sorry, you got to fold that down. You got a different tab for that. You have to transform the gun. Anyway, there's the wolf mode. Hey, Wolfie, they both have opening mouths, so that works. But I would say the colors pop more. I like sort of the design and the ease of transformation. Neither one's hard. It's just this is more, what's the word? Kind of like obvious. Next, I'm going to display these in gun mode, and I will say this: I wouldn't actually display these in the gun mode. Now, I might not have them perfect, but looking at it, as best I could gather, the Magic Square went out of their way to reduce the arms to, I don't know, just make them move forward. And I kind of feel like they're doing almost similar things, but with the Newage, I didn't really see that they did that at all. But I don't care, actually. The vintage toy didn't do that, and this is fine. One thing I don't like, though, is the feet still sticking up. They didn't engineer the feet to fold down or anything, but with that, they did have extra guns right here, which I don't need. It's not a thing that I need. Both of these do have transforming guns where the handles fold down, another tab kind of folds out, but let's look at them from the back. Not something that really I would have them in as a Legends figure. For a Legends figure, I wouldn't have it. It's too big to be used with even a Masterpiece figure, and it's too small to be a role play. It's just, it's there because it was there in the finished toy, and that's that. Which one do I like better? I feel like the Magic Square one, actually, it's just cleaner, but at the same time, it's just not a good... It was never a good gun mode. It was just a fun thing to have and play with as a kid. But I do really like how the feet clean up better on the Magic Square one than on the Newage. Now for car mode, I gotta admit that in this mode, well, as I was going to this mode, I noticed that there are little guns, so there's extra guns in the gun mode. So I didn't have the extra tiny little guns that poke out like Newage had. So they both had that. It's just I didn't notice that this one had it. So anyway, this mode is not my favorite mode, but it's not my least favorite mode. That's saved for the last. And I think they're about equal in this mode. There's some things I like a little bit better. And of course, like this could tighten up, straighten up. They both roll. Actually, they roll fine. They both roll. They both look about what I would expect, but you know, this mode is not nice in the vintage, in any form, in any iteration. It's not a good mode. So with that though, like if I were to say which one do I like better, I like all the chrome that we're seeing on the Newage. I feel like they were both equally annoying to put into this mode. They go about it a different way. I mean, you can see those are flat with the wheel there. These just turn sideways, which is more like what the G1 did. So, I mean, there's some differences in how to get here. But at the end of the day, it's still a mode I don't really care so much about. So let's get into I would say my favorite mode is robot mode. So my next mode is my favorite mode. Second favorite mode. All right, into this jet mode, which is my favorite alt mode. I kind of look at him as Sixshot is a robot that turns into a jet, and then some other weird stuff in the middle. But I think this has always been the best mode all along. So that's just my belief. Let's go ahead and do it like maybe like this. Can almost stand them all up. I think that here's Newage. I think Newage wins in this mode, definitely, because you've got all the extra paint. Aesthetically, they're very, very similar. Just the extra paint, I don't know, the shine, the gleam, the vac metal. It just really amps it up just a little bit more for me. And it's hard to appreciate it from... You got to get the right angle to appreciate this, but... they both are great. They're both fine. I mean, this is a decent looking mode. Jet mode here also. But the fact that let's look at them from the back now. Yeah, just the extra paint and stuff that was put on it. It's a little sleeker, a little longer and sleeker, which is so strange because this is taller. Magic Square is taller, but then this mode, it's a win. I like it better. They both have paint for the windshield. They both have... There's actually more paint showing up in this than even in the bot mode. Or at least it's predominant. But yeah, I do like the Newage better in this mode. So, that's that. Let's go ahead and get into the next mode that I don't like. Due to time constraints and my lack of really caring about this mode, I'm just going to show pictures. Sticking with Newage on the left and Magic Square on the right. And they're both equal. They equally suck in this mode because this is just a ridiculous mode. They're basically just legs folded over. But anyhow, with that, I figured I'd show it and not spend another half an hour of transforming just to get there for no reason. It's a crappy mode. And it always was. And it's always been one I've never even gone to with my vintage ones, so I don't even know if I do that on a vintage review. Alright, so what do I think about these two figures? Newage on the left, Magic Square on the right. Newage has, again, that nice bling. It has, again, that extra paint that Magic Square doesn't seem to want to do. And I like the design of Magic Square's bot mode better. So bot mode is the win for me. And I'm just going to say that if I were to just pick one, I would pick the Magic Square. But lucky for me, I can have both. So if I were going to recommend one, I would still recommend the Magic Square. But it all depends on what you want to do with them. I am obviously going to keep mine in jet mode, my Newage in jet mode, and then my Magic Square in bot mode. And I'm a happy camper. So lucky for me, I've got best of both worlds on this one. And the other, would you say 4 modes or 5 modes? There's some sort of made up 7th mode. Yeah, I'm just never going to see those. So I did get this at Shozy, both these at Shozy Store. I'll link down below where you can get either one of these. And if you let me know in the comments below which one you think's better, which one do you like the look of the most, and if you picked up any of these, let me know what you think about the transformations. Like, subscribe. Glad you hang around.